Welcome back to the SSL Family Dad channel for part 2 of the 70s lounge area renovation. This game bar space is what we're going to focus on today. Everything in here is ready for the final cabinets to be put in and to get this wall finished on the back and get our TV hung back up there. This is going to be kind of a place where you come and kind of sit at the bar. We'll have like snacks and drinks and different things like that down here, and a game system so you can kind of mess around and play games on the TV. You can have people all sitting at the bar doing that. But in order to finish this, I have to do the plumbing. There was a drain in the floor that went to a cast iron pipe, and that went all the way down our house to the other end where it drained out. Well, that is rusted out and I can't use it anymore. So I have to find a way to drain a sink that will go in this cabinet right here, somehow up, either down the end of the house and get it back into the sewer pipes that are in the ceiling down there, the newer stuff, PVC stuff, or there's a crawl space up here and through that wall, above the ceiling and through that wall. So my plan, I have a Vivor pump here that is going to sit underneath it's called macerator pump, I believe. It sits underneath the sink, and then it has a little float in it, so when the sink drains into it, it actually will pump through a 1-inch PEX line the water, the wastewater, and I'm planning to run it through here. I think I can knock a hole in one of these bricks and get to the inside of this column right here that I think is void, and I'm going to go up and get into the ceiling somehow. I'm going to have to cut a hole in the ceiling so I can see up there and see if I can fish it all the way down into the unfinished basement area there, or fish it over through a hole in the wall into a crawl space and then hook it into a drain line over there. There are quite a few ifs with this project, so I have to cut another hole in the ceiling that I'll have to patch, and I'm gonna have to be working above my head and all these things that are difficult, and running a 1-inch PEX line, which is fairly rigid. So this isn't gonna be super easy to do, but hopefully I can get this done. So I gotta start cutting some holes and banging out some bricks and figure out what I can do and what I can't do. So step 1, cut a hole in the ceiling so I can get my head in there and look around and see what is what, and that will determine what I do from there. All right, let me show you what we got up here. So right down there, there's a black pipe that goes through a little wall, and that goes towards the unfinished basement. And then right up here, where this pipe and electrical cord and these 2 copper, that is the top of this pillar that goes down this beam and then comes out right there where those water lines are, and that electrical comes out. So I think if I knock a hole in the wall right there, I should be able to access that, run the pipe up there through that long stretch of ceiling. So now I'm in our unfinished basement area. Looking back, there's the pillar and up through the ceiling. And there's that same gas pipe right there. So I just need to fish that PEX through that hole and get it all the way to the other end. And then all the way behind me, there's a capped off drain line that used to go to something. Well, tap into that. I can't believe that worked. I got so lucky. Let's see. No, it's right here. Look, it made it past where I was. And there's the end. Using 1-inch PEX, which is the smallest size I can use for this kind of a drain. Well, so far some things have gone right and some things have gone wrong. What worked really well to fish the PEX pipe through was actually this chimney cleaner. It's very rigid, and so I could lay it all the way in there and wiggle it around, and it got right through that hole. And I got so lucky with that and got it through. And then I pulled the PEX through pretty easily, and it straightened out in there pretty well. It's pretty stiff, this 1-inch PEX. It's not easy to bend. What I thought would be the easy part was just fishing a quick line down this pillar, because I assumed it was very void in here. But what I found, at least here at the bottom, is that it is not void. Inside, there's a pipe that used to come down here to, this came from another a kitchen sink, and went into the cast iron that went in the floor, which has now been abandoned. And this pipe has now been abandoned. It's not working and not being used anymore. But you can see there's no way to get the PEX pipe down through there. It's like they probably, as they put all the bricks in, all the mortar fell down in here. So I bet you there's just chunks of brick and refuge and mortar and everything in here. And so that's all hardened around this pipe. I think what I can do is just drill out the side of this PVC pipe right here. I'll cap off or foam in the cast iron pipe, and I will actually fish my 1-inch PEX from up there. I'll cut the pipe off that goes down through the middle, and I'll fish the PEX through that pipe. It will fit inside, because I think that's 1.5 inches, and that PEX is only 1 inch. Why don't I cut a bigger hole? Well, I don't know, but this one stinks. It worked. That worked. One hole. Two holes. Okay, come over here. You're gonna have to get this right here and hold it tight. And you're gonna wiggle it and pull out.
How do I be strong?
Just tight, 2 hands, and wiggle it. I'm gonna push from this side.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Try to pull it. Try to pull it.
Like, it's not giving at all. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! It's coming! How far? Keep going, keep going, keep going. Just 2 more inches. Okay, wait.
Well, it's a miracle, but I actually got it through here. It was hard pushing that 1-inch pipe through 1.5 inch PVC. So I want this to be at exactly this height. I'm gonna put a 90 on it, and then we'll come in through the back of the cabinet, and then that pump will hook right up to it. So for this end, the other end where it's gonna connect into the house plumbing, I used some stuff I had laying around as usual. So I've got a 1-inch thread to 1-inch PEX fitting here. This is a 1-inch adapter to a bushing to 1.5 inches to a threaded bushing to a 2-inch coupler. And then that's my pipe, my drain pipe that I'm going to connect to. So I've got the PEX coming out this end. I'm going to put my giant adapter on there and hook up the PEX pipe, and then we'll be connected on this side. Well, this entire thing is going to be made possible by this Vivor pump. I've used this brand for tons of stuff. I talk about them all the time, and they have very inexpensive stuff like this, and it has been very good for me. I've had very good luck with this stuff. So this is a lot cheaper than the ones you're going to find at Home Depot or online, even on Amazon. And basically what this is, you can actually use this in a basement to put a whole bathroom in. It has 2 inputs here where you can, put a shower, sink. There's another input on this side, and so it comes with multi-size fittings that you put on there. And if you're not using all of them, you just keep the caps on. So I'm only going to be using one. I'm just having a sink down here, and I'm not sure which side I'll use. I might keep all the connections on just this one side over here. And then this is the output, and so this has a small connection here you just make, and it'll have a hose clamp on it. You can have 1 inch, 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. You just cut this off, and then you slide your pipe in. So we're going to be using 1 inch, so I'll just cut the end of this off right here. We'll slide our 1 inch one thing with the cabinet in here. This will sit right inside the cabinet, and then this will just connect right to this with a hose clamp. This will sit right under there. My sink plumbing will come down and then connect to one of the side ports. And this just has a float in it, so as it fills up, it pumps the water away. So from the instructions here, it will max horizontal lift is 230 feet, so I only have like 50 foot on there. And it will lift vertically 23 feet, and I only have about 9 feet of vertical lift. So this can go, you can use this for a pretty good distance. It should pump. Noise level 45 decibels. That's the only thing that we'll have to see once we get this installed and running, is how quiet it is. But it only runs for a short period of time, so once it fills up, it's going to run, briefly, and then it'll be done. So it shouldn't be that bad, even if it is a little bit louder. I'll have to either cut a hole in the side of the cabinet to hook up to my outlet that I installed back here, or I may install an outlet in the bottom of the cabinetry. I'm not sure. I just have to patch a hole in the ceiling. More drywall. I was not looking forward to this part of the renovation, but it actually went better than I thought. It took a few hours to get that pipe fished through there, but everything worked out, and we now have the ability to have a sink down here again, which is going to be awesome. So the next step of this will be getting the final plumbing done, getting our cabinets set in place, putting a countertop in, a sink, and then connecting all of our drain up. We'll test it out. So follow along for a future video. We'll have this thing all hooked up and tested out, and I'll show how it all works at that point. We got it done. Now we can move on. That was a big mental block. Sometimes the things we don't want to do just prevent us from getting these jobs done, and that was certainly the case with this job. So now we're moving forward, which is good. Thumbs up on today's video, and as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.